Hello, everyone, and welcome to part one of our new subject, leadership and management. And today we will talk about what does it mean to be a leader or leadership style here in Korea. So let's dive in. Basically, the management style is also a factor that comes from history and culture and from the different values of Korean culture as well. So if you remember, in Confucianism we were discussing about harmony. So harmony can be also described as management style here in Korea. And harmony in Korean is hwa or inhwa. So basically when we're talking about harmony is if I'm a manager to employees or I'm a CEO for example, I'm looking not only about the work perspective of my employees, but also about their personal life and kind of personal perspective. So basically, I will look at something as a whole, and that's what we mean when we're talking about the harmony management style. Another concept we touched upon would be the hierarchy, if you remember. So if I'm a leader, I'm higher up in the hierarchy, and part of my rights, as we mentioned, is to get respect, to have loyalty and obedience from my employees in return of my caring as a leader, as a manager. And as I mentioned, it will also involve a personal life aspect as well of both me and my employees. The leader role would be to basically create a cooperative team and good working environment, and that is basically the first priority. So more than team performance, the role of the leader will be to create this cooperative team and a team that has harmony also within it. From those different points, basically we can see a leader as a kind of a father or a mother in the company. So the leader role is very similar to a parent role. And this is how it conceived here in Korea. Basically, the role of a manager will be very similar to a parental role. And finally, the leader will be responsible for actions of his or hers team, departments. So the responsibility will go to the leader itself and not necessarily to other team members or department members, but to the leader itself. And this kind of responsibility is not necessarily only on the negative side, but also on the positive side. So if a team or department did really well, the leader will be the first to enjoy that. And if a leader or department will not perform really well, the leader would be the first one to take the fall for that. So this is the balance when we're talking about taking responsibility. So again, how is it used in everyday life? So first, as we mentioned, leadership is not only related to work, but also related to someone's personal life or everyday life. If it's related to their problems or to their celebrations, the leaders are there with the employees. And that leads us to the fact that a leader will be very familiar with the employees' personal life and any issues that they have, any problems that they have, any difficulties, but also any happiness that they have and joys and any celebrations that they will have. So it's both sides, but a leader will also try to help on a personal level because we're talking about harmony and we're talking about everything is connected. So if an employee is not happy in their personal life, they will not be happy in the team as well. And this is kind of the thought that leaders have about their employees. Another thing is usually leaders would be elder in age, and that is due to the seniority based hierarchy in the company, as we discussed earlier in this course. Leaders will not expect to hear no. That will be related to the communication style that we learn, to hierarchy that we learn, to balance of power that we learn. So that's why leaders will not really expect to hear no, or they will not really expect to have any objection. The leader role is to nurture employees that below him. And again, this is just sometimes, not all the times, but when a leader or when a manager feels that someone below him may be a threat to him or even to the company, they might not show the same interest or the same responsibility toward that person. And that would be kind of a signal point as well to that person that something is off. So that would be more related to office politics as well with when it comes to leadership. And this is the end of part 1. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And in part 2, we will continue to discuss about the leader's role.